Watch Dogs Legion came out in the year of our Lord 2020. Since that time, we've yet to see any indication of a sequel. We've had some DLC here and there, but for the most part, this franchise has been pretty quiet. Maybe there's a new movie on the horizon, but you'd be forgiven for thinking this franchise is dead in the water. So what the hell happened? Well, that simple question has a more complicated answer. You could say that Legion just sucked, but the math doesn't add up, because I'm bad at math. But also because this game currently hangs at a 76% on Metacritic. Not the best score ever, but not franchise killing. Watch Dogs went from the fastest selling new IP from Ubisoft to the forgotten Woody doll in that Toy Story meme. I forgot I even had this game. So let's roll back the clock to that magical year we all remember so fondly, and take a look at this game with our beady little future eyes. Before you ask, no, I'm not including Bloodlines into this. That didn't release until the following year, and by then a lot of the damage was done. First impressions are everything.
Welcome to DedSec.
Damn right! Man's ready to tear it up!
I originally had this game on PS4, but the PS5 update was free, so I figured why not? Right off the bat, I can't tell the difference. The frame rate chugs, the draw distance is terrible, every character has bad lip syncing.
Moment of truth, right?
London looks pretty nice at night at a glance, but up close everything's just so bland. 6 years ain't that long ago. Cyberpunk, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, all the same year. The PlayStation 4 was not some obsolete machine at this time. The game got plenty of flack for it at the time, so I won't beat this dead horse too much. But it's safe to say this was an inferior looking product compared to its competition. Maybe it's just average for its time, I don't know, but this was a AAA release of an established franchise. The sound design isn't that much better.
I suppose we'd better get started then.
Some of the hacking sound effects are pretty decent. I like the noises the Spider-Man robot makes. But the biggest letdown here is the soundtrack. Assassin's Creed has a pretty memorable theme. I couldn't pick this OST out of a lineup if it mugged me and stole my wallet. Some of the voice acting is just abysmal, too.
Bagley, help out, bruv.
Not in a good campy way, either.
Nicely done, my Bagley boy.
It's made worse by the fact that you have randomized characters with randomized voices.
Wicked! Whatever London wants to throw at us, me ready.
This is a professional assassin, by the way. I guess that takes us to the elephant in the room. These characters, almost across the board, don't work. The number one reason is you're playing as complete randoms. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing on its own. I love the idea of recruiting people off the street to join DedSec. It reminded me of AC Brotherhood, my personal favorite of the Ezio games. Checking out people's profiles is pretty cool. What special skills do they have? Weapons, passive buffs, and debuffs? There's a great idea for a game in here. Unfortunately, the execution sucks. I started out playing this game with nostalgia clouding my judgment. This poor misfit game. Were we too harsh on you? But the more I played it, the more aggravated it made me. I won't say I hate this game, but I never want to play it ever again. And I hope nothing like this ever gets made ever again. Also, I hate it. So we start out playing as a spy, trying to stop terrorists from blowing stuff up. This guy is clearly a walking James Bond reference. His name's Dalton, for God's sake. We get a basic hacking and gunplay tutorial, and man, the shooting in this game sucks. It feels so light and cheap. There's no weight or punch to any of the guns I used. Same with the cars. It's like, you remember Tonka trucks? They used to be made with heavy steel. You could give your brother a concussion if you swung him around hard enough. This game is like the plastic blend crap they make now. I can't rearrange anyone's face with this. So Dalton gets blown away by drones, the bad guys set off the bombs, and the private security goons, Albion, take over the city. We choose our, heroes, and we start to rebuild DedSec. I decided to use permadeath, by the way. I thought it would make things interesting. Remember this for later. But ultimately, none of these jobbers matter in the least. I laughed every time they gathered together to watch the real characters explain the plot at them. It's like, have you ever been to those rides at Universal Studios? Like the Fast and the Furious ride? And they make you watch the video of the real characters explain what the ride's about?
Serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
It's like that. The problem is, I know I'm not Vin Diesel's friend. I'm just some asshole with heat rash, standing around other assholes with heat rash. These chuckle fucks aren't real characters. Eventually I found a spy, and for about 70% of the game, this was effectively the main character. Tony something. The spy comes with a silenced pistol, a spy watch, and a spy car. Why would I pick this guy? Because he has his own drone? They're everywhere. The construction guy has a big drone you can ride, pretty useful. But those are everywhere too. You can have a lot of fun causing mayhem with car hacking. But everyone can do that. I like when these randos jump on the radio too, like they're part of the team.
The Bagsman is like that. Bit of a prick, but dead useful.
Who the fuck are you?
The only memorable character in this whole thing is Bagley.
Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
He's fun, he's full of personality.
Quit your whining. There's plenty of fish in the sea. We've got the biggest saltwater aquarium in town. At least one of our fish is bound to be fuckable.
But when your best character is just sassy ChatGPT, you got some problems. Hell, the villains are cartoonishly evil, but again, not in a fun, campy way. The Clan Kelly leader isn't just some street gang boss, she's a human trafficker. Nigel Cass, the leader of Albion, doesn't just want power, he's openly shooting the chief of police during a meeting, like he's Dr. Evil or something. The tone is just all over the place. It's like everything's a big joke until the story walks in to crash the party. I know why I bailed on this game years ago, because I almost bailed on it about 5 times during this playthrough. The gameplay loop is so repetitive. I mentioned the Spider-Man robot earlier. It's the first gadget you get, and honestly, it's the only one you need. Level it up until it can become invisible, and it's godlike. I used it to complete almost every mission, and almost every mission is effectively the same. Go to place and touch the thing. I used the spider bot to touch the thing most of the time. The only time I didn't was when I'd get so fed up with taking it slow, I decided to go in guns blazing. But the shooting sucks, so I find myself sticking to stealth just to avoid it. Once in a blue moon, I would have to think outside the box, and the game would be a lot more fun and engaging. But for the most part, I would just complete the mission standing on the sidewalk, while the spider bot did all the work. Also, I hope you like this puzzle. It's everywhere and it's never fun. This game has like no respect for your time. It just fucks you around to pad out the mission length. I'm getting into spoilers because I don't care. Statistically speaking, you don't either. So I mentioned I used my spy as my main character. That was until a mission on this bridge where I got ganked by combat drones and he died. I lost the recording because I quit the game fast trying to save him, but alas. RIP, bro. Permadeath, remember? It was at this point I didn't care anymore. I guess in a way, the game was finally effective at making me feel something. I spent a lot of crypto on this guy's clothes, but now I decided this game was purely a third-person shooter, and everyone had to die. I took my assassin and we went to work. This is my new main character. Her name is, oh, she's dead too. Alright, now things get real bad. Not just because I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for these characters, but because the story does not stick the landing at all. So it turns out Nigel Cass was building a Metal Gear in this basement. Guess what? We not only have to fight it, we have to solve my favorite puzzle as well. I hate this boss fight. Not only is it not fun to play, thematically it doesn't fit at all. This is a game about using a team of hand-selected characters to fight the good fight. You spend the entire game collecting these people like Pokemon. And what's the payoff? Use one of them to fight this Metal Gear head. Sure would be nice to have some backup. Oh my god, finally.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Pack it in, Frank, you silly bastard!
Are we done now? He's having this melodramatic moment with this character like they have some history with each other.
But I used to have faith in people too. I got a good man killed once.
And she's talking like she's been in DedSec longer than a day.
Think your little resistance is ready to be London's protectors?
More ready than you ever were.
Good things are coming her way, though. Her ultimate reward for taking down Albion's secret weapon to surpass Metal Gear is to die in a horrible car wreck while being shot with automatic weapons. Yay. This shit is getting grim. But we're still not done, if you can believe it. This game has like nothing to say, but it still won't end. This evil-looking character was actually evil the whole time. I can't believe it. So now we have to track her down, play Simon Says to get into her safe house, shoot our way back out, die horribly, pick our new character. I don't even remember recruiting this one. I'm just taking her because she has a submachine gun. So the only way to stop, Sabine is to kill Bagley. This mission, to its credit, finally uses your team as a team. It's only 2 of you though. I guess everyone else is too drunk from the premature victory party we had. You are a medical professional, sir. It's nice that Bagley chooses your first character as the one to rip his brain out. It would be slightly more effective if I hadn't dropped this guy almost instantly at the beginning of the game, but what can you do? So, Lady has a showdown with Sabine. Again, they talk as if this is the epic showdown between 2 people with some kind of history.
Can't get enough of me, can you? Or are you just incredibly stupid?
This isn't even the same person who confronted you in your base. Why do you care? Anyway, she retracts the thing and she falls off the thing and Bagley dies. Just kidding, he's fine. You need him for all the side content. Of course he was gonna come back. That's the problem with this whole thing. There's no real stakes. All these people are disposable. The real characters have their own thing going on. It's like being a third wheel to a date. Like I said, there's a good game in here somewhere, but it's buried under all this crap. My goal was to play until credits, and I got them, but it's so unsatisfying. Should this be the nail in the coffin for the franchise? Not necessarily. Like I said, the DLC is more character focused, so you can buy better characters if you want, but that's the problem. In a world where microtransactions ship out with unfinished products, can an IP like this survive without a great story? Might as well just keep remaking the stories people like. Credit where it's due, this game tried something new at least. I just hated most of it. Thanks for watching. If you like my ramblings, go ahead and like and subscribe. I have all sorts of dumb opinions on video games. Good and bad. The games are good and bad too. Moo.